copyrighted telecast may not be reproduced, retransmitted, or used in any form without the authorized written consent of NASCAR Broadcasting. NASCAR would like to thank all of our loyal fans for your continued support, and we hope you enjoyed today's broadcast.
Work his way to the front and have the car to beat. Apples just don't roll far from a tree, I don't reckon.
Nobody told Kurt Busch. Busch back to the lead.
Look at the crowd, and they are definitely getting their money's worth.
Well, that's what makes our sport so popular. People want to know, why is this sport growing? Why is it so popular? Well, look at these trained professionals out here putting on this show for these people.
Okay, DW, we got 5 to go in our little heat race here. This is where I want to pick your brain. What does our race car need? We're going to have to run double that amount and then some in that feature.
Well, you know, if you're Tony Stewart, I need tape off. If you put too much on, I can't get up in the pack. I'm getting hot. If you're Dale Jr., you don't need anything but some gas and tires.
Chevy, Ford, Ford, Chevy. Here comes Matt Kenseth in yellow and black around the outside to give his Roush Racing Ford teammate, Kurt Busch, some help.
And here's the thing to remember, folks. That is a brand new race car. The Monte Carlo and the Pontiac are not the same car that these guys had last year. The car that dominated here with Michael and Dale Jr. here in Talladega, this is a whole new animal. But it shows they've got their act together.
And that's probably what Greg Zipadelli and that group is going through with their Monte Carlo. It's a new configuration of nose. You really don't have the past records of how we ran the front end tape on it before. It's a learning curve.
Kurt Busch got loose off turn 2 there and somehow kept it together and kept it in line.
I don't know how, you know, I've seen him do that a lot.
Yeah.
I guess practice.
Jeff Gordon in that 24 car, remember, he started next to last. He had slowly but surely worked his way up there in the front.
And he's right there behind his teammate, Jimmy Johnson. And, of course, I think one of their plan was to work together.
It's so hard to work together, though, when they're in this big of a pack.
Well, okay, then, like you always say, don't work against me.
You don't have to work with me, just don't work against me.
3 laps to go in this first segment. Busch to the bottom once again.
I don't know about these guys. I'm glad we're going to have an intermission here, get our breath, and, you know, get a drink here and clean the windshield.
And it all leads up to the 45th annual Daytona 500 right here on Fox a week from tomorrow.
Oh, yeah, this is just 70 laps tonight. We got 200 coming up with this same kind of action.
Whoa, Craven and Rusty Wallace in the 2 get together.
2 laps to go this time right here. And we will start our 50 lap, or how you finish these 20 laps will be a double file restart. All restarts are double file.
Jeff Gordon peeks out from underneath the black and yellow Dodge of Ward Burton.
I tell you guys, Dale Earnhardt Jr., Kurt Busch, Jimmy Johnson, those guys, I'm sure they'd like to see this race just continue to go on. Tony Stewart in particular back there, he's wanting this break.
Something's wrong with Rusty. He's falling back in a hurry. I don't know if he just wants to get to the back or something's wrong with the car, but that doesn't look planned. Matter of fact, he's dropped way off the pace. I think he'll be maybe coming to pit road.
That'll shake things up.
Well, I don't know why he would, because we only got a couple laps to go here unless he's got big problems.
1 more lap to intermission.
Now, you got to remember, folks, he's in a Dodge, and that's a whole new program again. The car, the engine, and everything, not what they've had down here in the past.
Dick Berggren, what's wrong with Rusty?
It's a tire. The crew is on the wall. He's got a tire going down, Mike. What he's trying to do right here, he's trying to nurse it for about another half a lap to get to that break.
And what he doesn't want to have happen is that tire to come apart, because it will tear that race car all to pieces.
Remember, Rusty's been back there in that pack beating and banging with each other. That's probably possibly what cut that tire down.
I'd say you're right.
You know, another guy that's moved up as we come to the 20-lap mark is Terry Labonte. He started back in 17th. He's all the way up to 7th. So Jimmy Johnson, Jeff Gordon's teammate's been moving up as well.
Well, he had the fastest car here last night. And, boy, it's good to see Terry running well. He and Jim Long have really got their act together down here, looks like. Jim Long's his crew chief.
And the caution is out, but what reason it is, it's the 20 laps.
Caution's out.
Man, that went by in a hurry, didn't it? Or did it?
Did.
I didn't seem like that was 20 laps.
From last to first, Dale Earnhardt Jr. And you see on the side of his number 8, a along with his teammate Michael Waltrip and Steve Park all year. Those streaks along the side form the letter E. A tribute to Dale Earnhardt, who founded this team. And now his son will lead them around.
Good job. Great car, guys.
Coming from last to first in 20 laps. Well, a tough order.
Yeah, and Tony Stewart broke out of that pack, but he needs somebody to help him push him up to that to the back of the front group.
Yeah, he's there by himself, and those front six are just pulling further and further away from him.
That's called watching the money disappear out the windshield as those 6 cars up front continue to pull away.
They're getting smaller and smaller.
And here's why.
See how those cars just kind of inch, one to go forward a little bit, and then it'll fall back, and the other go forward a little bit. That's just the air buffing off the car.
And Jimmy Johnson, of course, in the 48 car, Darrell, you talked about it. He has those 4 fresh tires. He just don't have near enough laps.
Man, if he had enough time, he'd be the man. Because he has come from out of the draft, caught these guys here. He can get through here. Don't count him out.
When Dale
Still
Jr.
clear, all
zigs,
clear.
the car right behind him there, Rusty Wallace, zags. They don't appear to be helping each other.
Well, they're not doing it in sequence. I mean, they're doing it accidentally. Whoa, look out, Kurt Busch. Kurt Busch does not want to get out behind Jeff Gordon. Dale Jr. just went to the outside. He got no help.
Still there inside.
And he's going to force his way in. No,
Still
I
there.
think.
Whoa, not that time.
He stayed down with the 97. Still there inside.
He's going to get kicked back. Do you hear his spotter, Ty Norris, Rusty Wallace on the inside? He's going to get kicked back to 4th.
Yeah, he is, and he better. Well, here comes help.
Don't let those schoolboy looks of Kurt Busch fool you. He is one mean race driver when the big money's on the line.
And how about Tony Stewart in that 20 car? We talked about him having no help. He got to that pack without any help.
He's coming. He's coming.
And Junior in the number 8 may be hung on the outside without hope of getting back to the front.
Does this make y'all nervous? I mean, is anybody's heart beating as fast as mine? God, I love this, but it sure is. Woo.
Only 6 laps to go.
Still there inside. Still there. Still there.
Dale Jr.'s hanging on that outside of Rusty. He needs help, though.
Well, he's got help now with Ryan Newman in the 12.
Still inside. Be 5 to go when you get around here.
How did that pack get accordion back together?
Because they've been up there racing, slicing, and dicing. It didn't take them but a half a lap to get there.
When Dale Jr. got hung on the outside, that pulled him up there. When he got forced to the outside, he's got a fast car. That pulled those guys up there. Now he needs somebody to push him.
Jeff Gordon has made his Chevrolet really wide to keep Kurt Busch in 2nd place.
Here comes Junior.
He did get back to the front.
Well, Jeff Gordon, Darrell, he has to protect the inside, but he don't need somebody giving Dale Jr. help like Ryan Newman's giving him right now on the outside.
The thing I see Dale Jr.'s car do is it's fast through the turn. Some of these, see how he goes through the, watch him go in there.
Wow.
Everybody else seems to slow down, and he just seems to be able to accelerate right on down in there. Some of the cars seem to be a little faster on the straightaway than he is, but man, is he good through the turn.
And listen to the crowd.
They love it. And look how much distance he's put on those guys. 3 car lengths here. 4 laps to go.
4 laps to go, and it's getting UGLY behind him.
That's incredible. As equal as these cars are and should be, that one car can power around on the outside and jump to a 3-car lead.
Well, we've seen him do it. We saw him do it here. We've seen him do it at Talladega. It's like if you want to win this race, you need to work with me. And I know somebody else that had that same attitude.
Jeff Gordon is hooked on to Junior as they battle back in the pack. And here comes Schrader.
And that's on old tires. He didn't change tires. But by now, you know, everything's kind of equaled out. Those 2 right side tires.
And he's got a lot of help from Matt Kenseth in the 17 and Jimmy Johnson in the 48 car with 4 fresh tires.
4 fresh tires is going to pay off.
Kenseth and Johnson were deep in the 2nd pack not 3 laps ago. Here they are right up there fighting for the lead.
4 tires gives you maneuverability. You can go high, you can go low, you can do things the other guys can't do.
It don't necessarily give you speed. You just drive that race car where you want to.
Gives you grip.
You're riding with Kenny Schrader.
I mean, you got to remember that Jimmy Johnson was out of the draft of all the cars. Chased down the back of the pack, and has worked his way right up here in the thick of things.
But the further you go, the harder it gets.
Yeah, but now it's better to be coming than going, and he's coming.
He's only got 2 laps to make it happen. 2 to go.
Dale Earnhardt Jr., he needs that group behind him to keep running side by side like they were doing.
Oh, he's got them right where he wants them. He just kind of works one side and then the other.
Schrader climbs the hill on the outside.
You got to be. Listen, Kenny Schrader in the BAM car, in the Carrot Top car, up there racing for the lead.
Wasn't that long ago, he didn't even know if he was even going to have a ride for the 2003 Winston Cup season.
And there he is at number 49.
I know Carrot Top's been on a lot of rides, but he ain't never been on one like this.
Jeff Gordon edges past Schrader. Here he comes after Junior.
This will be it.
Will be the white flag.
Tail lap.
All right. Buckle them up. Tighten them up. Take a deep breath. Show me what you got. Junior's 240. He doesn't need to get way out there like that. They're going to get a run on him when they come off a 2 over here. That was what Jeff Gordon did. He dropped back just a teeny bit so he can get a big run down the back.
And here he comes. Ryan Newman is right with Jeff Gordon in his tire tracks.
1 lap to go, and 16 of the 19 cars are right there within a second of each other.
They can't do it. They can't catch him.
Junior dropped to the bottom to try to break that draft, and now swings back up high to lead them into turn 3. Johnson to the apron and hangs onto it.
Woo. Woo. Boxed.
Ryan Newman held the bottom line.
Boxed, yeah. He had to get out of the throttle, and you see him going backwards.
Second last year to Tony Stewart. Dale Earnhardt Jr. started last and will finish first in the Buck Shootout.
Jeff Gordon second. Matt Kenseth makes it up to third in the 17 car.
What a race. That was a race, folks. I don't care if you come back next Sunday or not. I know you will because of what you just saw tonight, but that was a Saturday night shootout.
Jeff Gordon ran second. I think he acknowledged he got beat by the best race car here.
And you know what I love about this race? Very seldom do we have cautions. 19 guys can get out there and run that way and not and they bang into each other, turn each other sideways, but they make it to the finish without a caution. Maybe it's because they're in this race. Maybe they're the 19 best drivers in this sport. I don't know.
The 15 pole position winners of 2002 and 4 past champions of this race were in this field, and that amounts pretty much to the best of the best.
If I win in this race, this guarantees Dale Earnhardt Jr. a start in all the future Bud shootouts.
Yep, it's a big deal. At his age, he'll be in this sucker from now on.
Wheel marks on the right side, result of casual contact.
That's the way it's supposed to be. When they're on the right side, that means you're passing people.
This copyrighted telecast may not be reproduced, retransmitted, or used in any form without the authorized written consent of NASCAR Broadcasting. NASCAR would like to thank all of our loyal fans for your continued support, and we hope you enjoyed today's broadcast.